The mic was delayed the whole time. Oh my god. So the voice wasn't even matching up. Anyway, we're gonna jump into Judgment. Everything matches up now, hopefully. Chapter 6 of 13 as well. We're playing this game real slow. I hate how the headset battery was not charging. Charge, please. Sorry, my chair is really loud. What were we doing? I haven't played in a week. Kyorai guys who tried to kidnap Mafia went to a cabaret club called Honamura. Alright, cool. So we're essentially chasing the Yakuza clan that tried to kidnap our love interest. A lot of this game is just running around. But it's also jumping into like weird fights and weird people. I love this game so much. I love this like studio. Let's go, Yagami. Sprint through. Oh.
Yeah, it's Gaito.
Hey, where are you? I'm almost to the cabaret.
Right out front. Sugiura's here too.
Okay, I'll be there in a sec.
What? Wait, the video didn't work. They usually have like a FaceTime thing for that. Anyway. Hello, Franz.
Over here, Tom.
Damn, you got power squat going. Jeez. In those pants as well. How?
Look, that's the van we tracked.
Right. Does that mean this is another Kyorai hideout?
Wouldn't be surprised. Who knows how many of the bastards are gonna be in there. But are you ready to find out?
Yeah, anytime. I think I have enough healing stuff.
Let's roll.
Huh? Hey, do you guys even have a plan?
We go in and punch.
Don't need one.
What? There could be a freaking army in there.
Doesn't matter how many there are.
Yeah, I don't really care. Besides, I'm not in the mood for strategizing.
Why not?
Come on, man. You think he's gonna let him slide after they hit his girl?
You guys are freaking nuts.
Alright, it's all you, Tom. You get to take point on this one.
Alright, damn. Let's do it. Please. I hope I have enough healing items. Please. Please tell me I have enough healing items.
Club's rented out, asshole. Can't you fucking read? Wait, aren't you? It's Yagami!
Wow, surprise, surprise.
Stop where you are!
No.
So, this is where you were gonna drag Mafia-chan, huh?
Hmm?
Who gave the order? Was it Murase? Or maybe it was Shilia?
What's it matter?
Sure, yeah.
We wanna talk to the big guns.
Yeah, what he said.
Shut it!
Huh.
But fine. If you want to fight, bring it on, asshole!
I appreciate how his mask muffles his talk. Alright, traversal time. Can we find stuff? Oh, kind of annoying how you're not just on a good constant run. What? What?
What the?
Hey, you're out of step, dumbass.
Let them train.
You're never gonna get any laughs with moves like that. Give me some fire, chuckleheads. Now.
Deux, trois.
Un, deux, trois.
What the shit is this?
Whatever it is, it's killing the mood.
I think it's making the mood. Alright, walking away. No thank you.
Aniki, it's Yagami.
Susumi. I'm sorry guys, you were just training. I know. You don't deserve this. You were just having fun. Oh, that's why. There we go. Oh, I caught him in the air. Nice.
You're not getting away. Shit. Let go, asshole.
Got my leg.
There's more.
Just go, Tough. We'll be fine.
All right. You got this.
No healing items. No healing items. Just stuff to grab. Oh, there we go. Oh, a key.
I suck at this.
What?
Shit.
Which one's the key? Oh, it's R2.
Perfect.
Sorry. Sorry, my bad.
It's Yagami.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. Don't shoot, dumbass. Fucking cowards. Let go of him.
Why would I do that?
Oh, I wanted to throw. Oh my god. I wanted to throw the man to the gunman. God damn. And it was like, oh, it's the hard damage too. What? Yagami. Yagami.
Another gun? You know those are illegal, right?
Alright, please don't animate to shoot. Please don't animate to shoot. Thank God. Alright, good. Whoa! Just the whole room. Sorry. Healing items? Healing items? No healing items. Oh, yes, there we go. Toughness Z. Sorry, toughness Z.
Perfect.
A Torrenter. What else is there? Let's try the rooms. I'm just exploring. I don't know if we'll find something cool or not. It's for a wire. I should have 2 left.
Almost there. Nice. Almost there.
Oh, 360 degrees.
Got it.
Woo! Won't be able to use it anymore. That's alright. Oh, it doesn't want to let us through. Is there anything here? It's a stamina X. Not bad. Alright, I'll take it. That's good. I'm glad we explored. It's Yagami. Oh, nice.
Kaito-san. Sugira. You made it.
Told ya.
Trust us next time, man.
Right. Let's get going.
Why don't we trust... That's also a weird thing. Kaito, we know, can beat the shit out of everyone and do some really intense fighting.
Oh shit! What the? Drop something!
Oh! Why? Okay, Haru goes down first. Haru's got a gun. We're not dealing with that BS. Haru better go down. Damn it! Ayya. Not good. I don't want to use a first aid kit either. Why is he standing there? Did they really plan an entrance for him? Hell yeah!
Why am I not surprised?
I don't know who he is though. Oh, it's Shioya.
I know how to make an entrance, don't I? It's damn good to see you, Yagami. Try and shame these idiots were so goddamn useless, though. Guess strength in numbers ain't all it's chalked up to be.
Not in these games.
Pansies. You all trying to get your fingers chopped off tonight? Huh?
You tried to kidnap Mafuyu.
Girls?
You should have just told me if you wanted to fight. Would have been glad to do it at my place. What is it you want?
Well, I've got a little job I need done. You boys in?
Why would you kidnap?
I'm not in the business of being refused, so I needed to take out an insurance policy. That's why I decided to give that girlfriend of yours a little ride.
Fuck off. We would have done it for next to nothing. Almost no
Okay,
questions asked.
okay, Kaito. Don't sell us. Don't undersell us.
But now this asshole went and hit Mafuyu-chan, so we're never gonna help him no matter what he says. And even if Talk ends up on board, I'll still kick your ass.
Well,
A couple of comedians, huh? Fuck it. Looks like I'm just gonna have to bust your pathetic skulls myself. Easier that way. Yeah? Now go. Break their fucking faces.
Please, no guns. I see knives, I see swords. I'm okay with this. Just no guns. I gotta block better. Whoa! Oh, I did not do much damage. Oh, it got multiple of them. Okay, anyway. Oh my Kaito! Oh my god! Hello? In the shins. Big punch to the face. He's gonna blow up. Alright, we're changing it up. Oh my god. What the hell? What is with that stun lock? What? Oh, do I have to clear out the room? Because he's not going, his health is not going down. Okay, is this going now? There we go.
You guys sleeping on the job? Take him out, boys.
Alright. Oh shit. What the hell? Out. Oh my god. I'm gonna use one. That was BS, man. Are these Sugiuras helping? Are you serious? Fuck you. In the knees. Out Yagami, out Yagami, out Yagami. Good. That's fine. Wrong guy. There we go. Where is he? All right. On a heat action, baby. Nice. Very much like that. That's very good. What? Professor X?
Hey, look who it is.
Wait, and the reporter.
Your old buddy Hattori, isn't it?
Great. And who's the old man?
The ringleader.
Well, well. Never thought I'd be running into him here.
Huh? So, you're the ones from the Yagami Detective Agency.
Yes, sir.
That old man is the person responsible for all 10,000 employees in the Kajihira group. Shigeru Kajihira.
My God, Xavier. I know!
The guy.
It's Professor X. But like Japanese Professor X. Ah, there we go. Chapter 7, 6 more to go.
With the Mole's murder of Shintani, the police begin to suspect Yagami and subpoena him. The cases of both past and present become a violent mix at the ADTC. At one point, the land it sits on had been the target of a redevelopment scheme. And behind that plan, the Kansai-based construction company, the Kajihira Group, and its chairman, Shigeru Kajihira.
Obviously. Whatever happened to Majima Construction? Right? Whatever happened to some good, well-earned, hard-working construction? Run by a perfectly sane and normal gentleman.
That old man is the person responsible for all 10,000 employees in the Kajihira group. Shigeru Kajihira.
So he's the guy.
Shigeru Kajihira, chairman of the Kajihira Holdings.
You're familiar with Hattori-san here. Yes. He's told me a great deal about you, Yagami-san.
Me?
He even clued me in on the perfect way to get inside your head.
Okay, piece of shit.
As I understand it, you two are practically family. The young lady is quite fond of you, you know.
I take it you're the one who gave Shioya the order to kidnap her then?
I wanted to see what you were capable of.
So he had no trust in his man.
Now that I know the curator will leave you alone, I can guarantee that.
Let me guess. There's a condition?
There's something I'd like you to do. A job only a detective can handle.
Here we go.
A year ago, I set in motion a plan to redevelop a massive plot of land owned by the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, I know. Hattori-san's article told me as much.
Shut up. Our plan was to take over the entire medical institute. That's enough land there for 3 or 4 Kamurochos.
Whoa.
So I struck a deal with Minister.
Go, go, go! Go your way! And believe in yourself! Yeah, I noticed that that doesn't play because desktop audio is closed, so I just have to say it out loud and play it. But sorry, y'all. I love you, man, and thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Everyone, please go follow Colorfully Minded if you would like. They are very good. I met them through Phoenix Wright, and they are currently playing Monster Hunter Stories. Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin. And I do not know what that game is, because what iteration of Monster Hunter is that? There's a Monster Hunter Stories? Anyway, we're playing Yakuza currently. It can be quite graphic in terms of the real life crimes and stuff, but it's not too bad. So I'll just give you a warning there. I think I have a new thing to show you guys. Do I have it? Is the command up? I think it's warning. Good, heading to bed. I hope you have a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Have a good sleep. And I hope everyone who's popped by, I forgot to say, my name is Penguin or Julian or Paper Penguin, whichever you would like. You can call me Paper as well. We stream tarot at the beginning of the streams for an hour, and then we play video games for the next 2 hours. The spin that combines Monster Hunter with Pokemon. Okay, so you're hunting the Pokemon. Or you're using Pokemon to hunt with, I'm assuming. But that sounds pretty lit. For y'all, in case you are wondering, you can check doesthedogdie.com and type in Yakuza. I think it does the games as well. And it should be able to show you the trigger warnings and whatnot for it. Sorry, Judgement. We're playing Judgement. Yeah, it's a really good website. Definitely should use it in future streams if you want as well. But it's a good place to go and check if you don't want to keep writing all the trigger warnings and whatnot constantly. So have a check out the website, just so you're aware, in case there's something that really may bother you. So. We're currently meeting one of the owners of a really large construction company that owns the Yakuza clan. And they're trying to rope us into something, because I think they want to take down the hospital.
That remained was closing down the ADDC and the other arms of the Institute. But I don't have enough time on this planet to wait for that to just happen naturally. So I turned to a man named Hashki.
Hashki?
Here's a shot of him.
Why would you just send that to me via, like, text? I've never seen this guy before. Yeah, who is this dude?
At the time, Hashki was the vice director of the ADDC. But tempting him to join me was easy enough. But soon we were working together to sabotage the center.
Sabotage?
Yes, he drove out the ADDC's most promising talent and sold their cutting-edge research to rival labs. He performed his part admirably.
Sounds like a real douchebag, if you ask me.
So you're saying you bought off a government official?
Yes, and it was easy.
I mean,
But then, just as the ADDC
Xavier can afford anyone.
legs, something breathed life back into it.
Which was?
It was Yagami.
AD9.
Oh, sorry.
Minister Kazumi did a complete 180. He took Kito's side and vowed to keep the center open.
Well, yeah, of course he would. It's a life-saving drug.
The whole damn operation.
And where's Hashki now?
Dead.
What?
Classic.
He was beaten to death some 6 months ago.
Somebody murdered the vice director of the ADDC?
They're still not sure who was responsible. The cops
What do you
wrote it off as a
mean?
drunken brawl, and that was the end of
Oh
it.
my god, you directed it, obviously.
Yagami-san, I want
Oh.
to investigate Hashki's death. I have reason to believe it was premeditated.
What makes you think that? You sound pretty sure.
He was suspicious of AD9. Thought it was all a hoax.
Oh my god! Professor X is on our side! But why would he why would he, like, kidnap Mafiu?
But why?
Just when we started talking about closing the center, along came this revolutionary new drug to save the day. The timing was too convenient. That's what Hashki thought, at least. He was sure that there was more to AD9 that met the eye. So he did some digging, and not long after, he was murdered.
Are you saying Director Keto bumped him off? It's a pretty serious accusation.
If that were the case, I'd still be able to shutter the center. The redevelopment project would begin anew, and all my investments would finally turn a profit. But as of right now, I'm 100 billion in the red.
That's a lot of money.
I can't
Wow.
leave that large an investment on the table.
No wonder you're so hung up.
Whoever killed Hashiki probably did it to spite Kajihara. Most likely someone working to protect 89.
The ADDC is hiding something. I'm sure of it. And that lawyer, Shintani, was close to figuring out what.
Oh shit!
His eyes gouged out. Things are not all they seem to be at the ADDC. And if that's the case, you must want to know the truth too, Yagami-san.
Whoa!
That's why I came to you. There's nobody else I could ask to do this.
Hattori-san,
Why you selling me out, dog? Not cool.
Mafuyu almost got kidnapped thanks to you. Anything you want to say?
Chairman Kajihira pretty much kidnapped me, too. Going after your girl wasn't my idea. I was just looking out for myself.
Still feels like you owe us an apology.
I can kick your ass easily.
That guy's the fucking worst.
Did he just not see Yagami like go through a room full of people?
My friend's just about waking up.
Good point. Let's go. Yeah, name's Hashiki. Used to be vice director of the ADDC. Murdered in Kamurocho 6 months ago. Sorry to spring this on you, Hoshino. Think you could get all that for me by tomorrow? Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Hoshino.
Well, looks like that's it for today. See you at Ginda's tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Night, boys.
Good night.
Yagami-san,
What's up, Sugira?
I was just thinking, teaming up with you was the right call. Should make some progress on my investigation now that Kajihira himself is out in the open.
I wouldn't have saved Mafuyu without you either. Thanks again.
No problem. Let me know if anything else comes up.
Off screen. Alright, back to the office. So, I'm curious whether or not 89 is actually for... was it an Alzheimer's drug? I think it was to treat Alzheimer's. Whether it's like an actual drug to heal and cure, or if it's some sort of like military drug or whatnot. Because if the government is in on it, then it has to be some sort of military drug. At least that's my current predictions. 10,000, 18,000, 9,000. Wait, what conditions do I have to reach? What did I unlock? Nice. And that's it. So I guess we can do moves, get some moves done. If I don't already have all of them. What else can I do? Dash attack. Build up power by holding triangle to unleash a devastating attack. You become less likely to flinch from attacks while charging. Okay, we take that. We take that for sure. An earthworm, nice. Alright. So again, if I'm correct with the way that this game runs, we have that main storyline. Let's see. The main storyline that will run through, and we won't pick it back up until after a small little character building story with Yagami. Maybe we have a story with Sugiura next. I don't know. But that seems to be the trend with the the Judgement game so far. Is we get super serious drama that relates to the A plot. We get some B plot. Then we're back to A. Like each chapter seems to have a B plot and an A plot. Or the A plot and then the B plot. And then, you know, all sub-stories just count as their own plot if you want to, like, do it yourself. Maybe you could even consider the sub-stories as, like, the C plot. C plots, depending on how many you have on active. So yeah, once we wake up, we're probably going to get distracted by something, and then we get to move on to the story. Oh, and Kim-san left us some stuff, too. Red pyroxene. Thanks, Kim. Which one's our key?
Got it.
Got it. Yost. No, Yagami. Leave him to his corner. No. He needs... Why would he go all the way around to sleep on the sofa, my guy? Unless he really is a corner dweller. Can I not sit down at my desk? No, it doesn't want me to. Alright, let's go. Alright. We're supposed to meet Hoshino, but I'm assuming we'll get distracted on our way up. Okay, so far so good. I need to stop watching TikTok and just believing whatever the fuck they're saying on it. Like, there's a lot of things where I'm like, okay, I can understand that's like maybe real, maybe fake, or just an opinion. But I saw a story on a dude who said that 2K is potentially opening up virtual jobs so you can log on to NBA 2K and then work at a Foot Locker. And I don't know how real that is or how tied to the metaverse that is. But oh boy, that sounds horrendously scary.
There you are, Tom.
But also kind of cool.
You're here early.
Early bird naps the murderer, yeah? Hoshino-kun dug up some dirt on Hoshiki.
Like, I would love to play games and just do the job in the game. That doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
I heard the Kyorei clan attacked Mafia last night.
You already talked to her?
Yeah. She seemed happy. Probably because you came to the rescue.
Thanks, Sayori. Do you have anything to say? Alright, Hoshino. Let me know the deets, my boy.
Yagami-san.
Where's Genta?
Is Genda-sensei still out of commission?
No, he'll be here this afternoon. He didn't sound very energetic when we spoke, though.
Gotcha.
Anyway, back to what you asked me last night. I looked into Hoshiki's murder.
Hold on. I want to hear this too.
Toru Hashiki.
When reading the Hostess Club. I don't know.
51 years old at the time of his death 6 months ago. Found lying face down in a Kamurocho back alley in the middle of the night. He was unconscious, horribly beaten. He died in the hospital 3 weeks later.
It took that long?
Yes. Apparently he was comatose the entire time.
What?
Were there any witnesses?
Not to the crime itself, no. However, quite a few people saw Hashiki in a drunken argument beforehand. With a man in a black raincoat.
Ah, there we go. The man in the
That's
cut.
all we know about the culprit.
A black raincoat.
As far as I can
Or the
tell,
pocket racing. I don't know if there's pocket racing here.
who knows how hard they looked, right? And that's all I could find. Little more than a general overview.
Thanks,
That's alright.
Shimiko. This is great for now.
Kajihiro claimed Hashiki's murder was premeditated, yes?
Huh? Yeah, that's right.
But there's no evidence to support it whatsoever.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. If the culprit intended to kill Hashiki, wouldn't he have finished the job? Seems kind of sloppy. On the other hand, if it was just an unfortunate run-in, the circumstances would make more sense.
I don't know. I think it's the other way around.
Huh?
If you ask me, whoever killed Hashiki was a freaking pro.
What makes you say that?
Yes, do tell.
Just look at the end result. Hashiki died and whoever's responsible got away with it. Now imagine if the cops found him dead in that alley. That alone would be cause for investigation.
You can't
If it's
handle
just
the
a
truth.
conscience, it's easier to just call it a street brawl and move on. I mean, that's just another day in Kamurocho, right?
True enough. I suppose the incident never made the news because his death didn't come until so much later. Despite how well known he was in the scientific community, that is.
So the killer beat Hashiki until he sustained a fatal wound, then backed off? Is such a thing even possible?
It is if you're a pro. Guys that good totally exist. It's just rare to see it happen. Know what I mean?
Not sure I do, actually.
I admit it would make sense, but we can't say for sure without evidence.
More or less.
What kind of evidence do you mean?
Something like an investigation report. I want to know the cause of death. Which I guess means another visit to our old friend Ayabe, huh?
I'm way ahead. Called him myself last night, but
He wants us to pay.
his hands are tied because of all this Kuroiwa business.
Oh,
Should have known.
yeah,
We
fair.
got someone else coming in his place, though. Meeting at the same place as before. Vermont. You're gonna come, right?
Sure, let's do it.
New info has been added to the case. Yeah, there's no pocket racing here, Jojo. It's drone racing. We fly drones instead. But it's not really that fun to fly the drone, honestly, so I don't really want to play it. I don't know about the Hostess thing. Ah, here we go. Side quest. Or B-plot.
Looks like we
Or
got
not.
some company.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. These guys are Matsugane.
Weird. I don't think they're too happy with
Why the Matsugane clan?
What gave it away?
Maybe they think we're working with the Kyorei clan.
I wonder why.
Doesn't look like they want to talk it over.
We played the arcade. You know, the Resident... What's it called? What's that called? You know, the cabinet shooter game? We played that. Finished that. What other minigames do they actually have? I'm not sure. Yeah, you remember the zombies. That was a thing. House of the Dead. I think that was what the actual real life thing was called. Oh, 'cause it's called Kamuro of the Dead. Yeah. There was that. There's the little board game fighting thing. Like, in the game it's VR, and you fight people in VR. But, like, you have to go through, like, a board game to win prizes. That's okay, it's just more fighting. What else do they do? I don't remember anything else besides the games and the friendships. I'll check the I'll check the thing, the pause menu.
Waste.
Come on, Doc. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Right.
Let's hit it.
Does it come or go? Money earned, EX actions used, drone parts developed. It's in the map, surely. Surely the map will show us all the interactables. Okay, so the batting center, darts, you know, the mahjong, drone race, VR, shogi. I don't know Dragon's Palace. I don't know Lamont. Oh, that's just more gambling, and that's more gambling as well. Not a lot, actually. Hand of Fate. I don't know what Hand of Fate is. So the best thing that I can do is describe the game. Essentially, you roll a dice, you get a number, and then whatever you land on will have a certain thing, right? Whether to be get a prize, pick up an item, fight people, and then you just carry it on, and you try and make it to the end of the. You try and make it to the end of the board with as little turns taken, I think, from what I remember. It's okay. A bit boring for my taste. I would prefer to play another type of, like, what do you call it? Another type of mini game. But also for now, I gotta go to the bathroom, so we're gonna take a little time out. Burb. Alright, we back. Hand of Fate is like a cool roguelike, but it's with cards. It's on Steam. Okay, so it's not as fun as that. That sounds fun because I feel like that sounds like a deck builder of some sort. Yeah, the game that they have is not great. The thing that they have is just pretty average, honestly. Whack. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, they focused on the story, I think, is the big thing, and the relationships with the city. But I haven't really explored the relationships much because I just want to. I haven't felt the need to. I'm really interested and invested in the main story, so it's fine. You know, traditional dip. No, go over, Yagami, please. I want you walking into that club with the wettest pants. Story is good. I'm very much interested now and I'm very intrigued on how everything's like coming together. And then the Lamont key.
Perfect.
Yosh.
All we gotta do now is meet up with Ayabe's boy.
Ayabe's
Any idea
boy.
what he looks like?
Nope. Bet he'll talk to us first, though.
Let's hope so. Well, time to start looking.
Are you Ayabe's guy? Nope, you're just an NPC. Are you Ayaba's guy? They're all free. I'll have a little mud blend, please.
Back to it.
Oh, it's the lady. It's the lady. Look at her. She's wearing shades. It's definitely you.
Excuse me, sir.
Are you talking to me?
Sit. Seat next to me. Hurry.
Just go. Just go, Yagami.
Do I know you?
This is no time for jokes.
I'm not?
Can you please?
Oh, it's Mafuyu?
No. Are you okay doing this here? Or would you rather go somewhere a little quieter?
Whoa, can we slow down for a second?
No, we can't. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, but doing it right here?
Sorry?
Alright, listen, you're very pretty and you clearly know what you're about, but I'm more of a take it slow kind of guy.
Oh my god, Yagami! It's the informant.
Seriously, not tell. It's me.
Wait. Who?
You don't have to do the reveal.
What the heck? Mafuyu?
You don't have to do the reveal.
But when a woman comes on that strong, she's not after what you think she is.
Right.
Beta.
Anyway, what are you doing here?
I'm here on behalf of Ayabe.
Wait, but really? Why did Ayabe send you?
Don't put the wig back on. There are people in the room.
Gave me a call
Oh
this
my
morning
god.
out of the blue. Said he needed me to help you in his stead.
How do you know Ayabe?
Here's the investigation report on Hoshki's murder. This is what you want, right?
Oh, it's A4 as well.
Prosecutor's office? Isn't that, problematic?
Hence the disguise. Think it's okay to hand it over here? This is really intense.
Alright, try to stay calm.
It's okay. Think of it as a thank you for saving me yesterday.
How no one saw her. I know!
Regarding Prosecutor Izumida, they're planning to arrest you under suspicion of murdering Shintani-sensei.
Well, they have no...
I suggest you figure something out quick.
They have no evidence.
Will do. Thanks.
Bye then.
Wasn't that Mafuyu? No.
She was smoking.
That is Ayabe's replacement.
Huh? What do we got here?
You know that voice? Where do you think she's from? Because I keep thinking that she's the same voice actress from Like a Dragon. She does sound like Makoto. I'm with you on that as well.
This is the investigation report from Hoshki's murder.
Mafuyu stole it from the prosecutor's office.
For you, chum? Are you saying that woman was her?
Yeah, I just made the same mistake.
You should check this stuff out, Tom.
This is Hoshki's resume. Looks like he was pretty well educated.
They brought him on as vice director 4 years ago. Meaning, he was already with the ADDC when you were busting your ass defending Okubo.
Seems like he and Kido were responsible for deciding.
I will
how
take a
much money to
drink.
give each project.
I think I had too much sugar.
Hoshki had more influence than I realized.
This here is a map of the crime scene. Hoshki was found lying here. An hour before that, he was seen drinking in the cabaret. This one, a place called the Queen Rouge. They charge an arm and a leg. Hell, if they don't make bank off him.
Was Hoshiki drinking alone while he was there?
Nah, looks like one of his colleagues was with him. Wait, it was that guy, Sean.
So the two of them came all the way from the center just to grab a few drinks.
A few drinks. To murder him. It's to murder him.
Beats me. After they left the club, Shono grabbed a cab by himself. He claims he went back to the center and had a chat with Kido. The taxi company's records back that up.
Meaning Shono has an alibi. Kido too.
Yep. As for Hoshiki, he had an argument with a man in a black raincoat. Then they found him on the ground, shit beat out. 3 weeks later, he was dead.
That's horrible.
The cause of death was a cerebral contusion due to blunt trauma. The culprit hit him 14, maybe 15 times. No fingerprints, so he must have been wearing gloves.
All right. I think we understand how it all went down.
So, what's our next move?
I want to take a little field trip. See for ourselves where they found Hoshiki. The Queen Rouge is right near there too.
Okay. No. Sorry, my headset died. The headset battery struggles are real. I did not know it wasn't charging this whole time. Oh, charge. All right. Please. Okay, good.
Let's roll, Tom.
To the crime scene. Oh, sorry, man. Now we just gotta wash the smell and the trace of the casino, and we're good. And we are on our way. Does it have to be, is it, where is it? Wow, it's very far away. And there's no taxi nearby, so we're just gonna run. Yeah, my brain, like, when I just read things on TikTok or see a TikTok, I'm like, nice, cool, that's a thing. But I don't take the time to look, and research, which I think I should do more often. But you know, when you're watching TikTok, it just stays stuck in your brain. You're like, cool, whatever, that's a thing, I guess. You don't really think about it while you're watching it. Like, is 2K really gonna let people work virtually? And what are they gonna do when they're working virtually? Like, what's the point of working in a virtual Foot Locker? What are the actual jobs that you have to do? Does this mean this is a way for them to, like, create what's it called? Scarcity, sorry. Is it the way for them to make scarcity of, like, certain things that you can buy in 2K? Like, certain shoes or shirts will just have, like, a limited stock, and you're gonna make people demand, yeah, that's a better word, and, like, you make your Foot Locker workers go to the back and check? Is that a thing? Because this is over, like, this is gonna be customer service over, like, online, like PlayStation Network and Xbox Live. That's gonna, like, bring out so many shitty people and trolls. And I bet they won't even pay you, like, with real money. I bet they'll pay you with, like, VC. Or, like, PlayStation cards. Or, like, Xbox cards.
I'm playing the part of Hoshiki?
Yes, no. He was around here, yeah? How How's this?
Why are you so ready to lie down?
Looks so lifeless. You could get a job doing this.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, so 6 months ago,
What?
just past 11.
Kaito, why are you so ready to lie down in the
Hashiki and
dirt?
Shono finish drinking. Shono gets in a cab. Hashiki stays and argues with a man in a raincoat. After which he was found here, beaten half to death.
But Shono got in the cab on Showa Street. Meaning Hashiki and his friend went somewhere else just so they could have their little scuffle.
It's definitely quieter here. Maybe this is always where the murderer planned to kill Hashiki.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. Just a hunch.
Big Mr. Detective. Anyway, I think we got all we can. Nothing's gonna be left from 6 months ago.
Well, maybe there's a camera that we can
Yeah,
look
you're
at.
right.
Oh, we're not gonna search? Alright, damn. Queen Rogue.
Queen Rouge.
Rouge. Excuse me, oh my god.
Scientists come to places like this.
Hashiki wasn't exactly honest. Or a scientist. I was on Kajihira's payroll, remember?
Looks like they're not open yet. Hope someone's in there.
Let's find out.
Hello? Is anyone here?
We're not open yet, sir. May I ask who you are? I must also point out that this club is members only.
Oh, you know a Hashiki from the ADDC? He told us to stop by.
Hashiki-san. Sorry, I've never heard of him. All recommendations must come from a current member.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna let this guy play dumb with me.
You know Hashiki-san's dead, right? He got beaten to death 6 months ago, right after leaving your club.
Who are you? You're clearly not cops.
We're private investigators. Yagami Detective Agency. We want to know what happened that night.
You think I'm a goddamn elephant man? I can't remember something from that long ago.
We don't need you to tell us. You have girls working here, yeah? If possible, I'd like to talk to the girl who sat with Hashiki-san.
Get out of my face. I have no obligation to help you. How about this? I'll talk to you once you're a member. If you can get a recommendation, that is. Let me say, though, our rates aren't exactly what I would call cheap.
I don't have time to go hunt down a recommendation.
Then get out of my face.
Can't afford to waste time with this crap.
Hold on. You guys are recruiting?
Well, let's get a job.
And
Think this girl fits the bill? Pretty damn fine, huh?
Oh. Why? God.
well, she's not bad, I guess.
We did this to Psycho and Like a Dragon.
You, my friend, have impossibly high standards.
Look, we only go for the hottest chicks. That's how we rake in the big bucks. But there's more to being hot than just looks. You gotta have something extra. Some charm, you know?
What the hell are you doing, Kaito-san? Mafuyu's gonna be pissed.
If you can think of a better way, be my guest.
Sayori, why not?
Let's get hired and find out what Shono and Hashiki were talking about.
Don't be an idiot. We can't ask her to do that.
In that case, how about her?
Saori-san, she wouldn't stand more of a chance than Mafuyu did.
Who else do we got?
Whoa, who's that? Now there's a girl I want to see.
What, you just have your... What the fuck?
That photo's not doing her any favors, but polish her up and she'll shine like a diamond. Trust me, boys.
See what I mean? Even Hoshino-kun's got the hots for her.
Seriously?
You run this club, yeah?
That's right. Please bring that friend of yours over here. I want to see her for myself. Hell, I'll hire her on the spot.
I think we can manage that. Come on, Talk.
I'll be waiting.
Well, that changed his tune. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, looks like we're sending Sour-san in there. It's the quickest way.
Easier said than done. How are we even gonna get her on board?
We buy her cake
I don't know. She likes dessert, right? Just give her something sweet and call it a day.
from the.
You think she'd really go for that? I bring sweets to the office all the time.
Sounds to me like you're gonna need the Kaito of desserts. A dessert to crush.
What?
Oh, yeah? What'd you have in mind?
The fancy cake that she was
Well,
waiting
like a
for.
dessert menu. This is all you, buddy.
It was your idea, jackass.
So before some good, maybe she ask for some help. Who can I? Yeah, Sayori. Why not just ask directly? Tsukumo. I don't know how I'd even begin to explain it to her, though. She got the files. Okay, fine.
How's it going, Yagamishi?
There's something I need help finding.
What is it this time?
I need the king of desserts. Something that a sweet-tooth hound would do anything to get.
That's the oldest trick in the book. You think a modern woman's gonna fall for that one?
Oh yeah, guys still do it and girls still eat it up.
Depends who you are.
Really? Eating sounds pretty stupid. But anyway, I'm up for a search. Hit me with some keywords.
Let's try sweets and limited.
Let's give it a shot. Sharing my screen with you now. Hundreds of hits too many. Can't do a lot with results like that.
So much for limited.
Let's try adding another word to narrow it down.
Kamurocho. Open?
Yeah, that one brought it down a lot. Art. I've never thought to go by the shop and not the snack.
I mean, she can't have had a dessert from a store that just opened.
That's my Yagamishi. Should be easy to keep going from here.
Yeah, let's toss Kamurocho into the mix. That did it.
86?
What do we have here? Famous Kyoto sweet shop
Takemitsu.
Takemitsu's Kamurocho branch now open on Shichifuku Street.
Perfect. I'll head over there now.
Let's go!
You know those are limited quantity, right? I don't know if you can still get them this time.
Well, we're gonna
Guess
try.
I should get moving then.
I don't know who you're going through all this trouble for. She's a lucky girl. Good luck, Yagamishi.
Gotta run, Tsukumo. Thanks again.
I'll be rooting for you.
Did you say Shifuku Street? Oh, cool. Thank God it just leads us there. Go sweets for the bribe. Get sweets for the bribe. Well, I guess we're talking to everyone.
Everyone raves about this place online. We're so lucky they opened a branch here in Kamurocho.
Okay.
Some kind of famous sweet shop, huh? No line, though. Guess they're sold out.
One more dude before we talk about why they're harassing him.
Man, only one per person? Guess I can't complain. At least I got one.
Can I buy it from you? No, I probably ate it already.
Look, pal. I don't care how long you've been running in Kyoto. If you want to open a shop in this town, you gotta follow the rules.
I told you. I already submitted all my documents.
We don't give a shit about your documents. This is about knowing your place.
You don't mean,
protection money? Protection? I don't know what you're talking about. We just want to make sure you're following the rules.
Excuse me. Mind if I squeeze past you fellas?
Then who the hell are you, huh?
Sorry, buddy, but you're gonna have to come back later. We're in the middle of something.
I'm looking for one of your special mochi, sir.
This ain't a joke, asshole. We're talking here.
You better beat it before this gets ugly.
If anyone needs to beat it, it's you.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody might see you shaking this poor guy down and call the cops. Heck, I'll do it myself.
You think you're safe because you're a civilian, huh? You think again? Come on, let's wreck this shithead. Show these Kyoto fucks how things work around here.
Alright, knife man first. Knife man first. Why are we missing half our hits? Alright, where's the knife?
Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, that? That was nothing. As I was saying, I'm looking for one of your special mochi.
My apologies, sir. We're all sold out for today.
Sold out? Oh, damn it. I should have come sooner.
Wait, sir. I think I have one.
Huh?
We keep a few separate from our regular sales batch, you know, for TV interviews and the like. There still should be some of those left.
Wow. You guys are the real deal. Think I could buy one?
You can have one for free.
Woo!
I insist.
Really? Well, I guess if you don't mind.
Limited warabi mochi.
Well, I should be going. Thank you again, sir.
Found the perfect gift for Sardi-san. Just gonna head to Genda's now. Alright, to Genda we go. I'm assuming I would still count this. No, this is A plot. This is A plot because it relates to it. But you know what I mean? This is kind of like the lighthearted side quest that we do in the game before things get heavy and like dark. Oh, Genda, what's up?
Genda-sensei, how do you feel?
Fine, I guess. Just got back in the office.
Oh, sorry, son. I got you this.
Yagami,
Sorry, do you mind if I talk to Sari-san real quick?
this comes first. We've got business.
Huh?
Take a seat.
Okay. Wait.
Hey there, Yagami-san.
Genda-sensei wants to speak to you.
Hey there, Yagami-san. Take a seat.
Sit down.
It's a room full of people that want me to sit.
You're not talking your way out of this one, Yagami. Hoshino-kun told me everything.
Everything about...
All this shit with Shintani. I told you to back off, but you went and dug even deeper. Now you've got Hoshino-kun wrapped up in this. Shintani was practically a son to me. Sure, I told you that before. Knowing he's gone,
barely get up in the morning. My appetite's gone too, and I'm just forcing down food. What am I gonna do if I lose you and Hoshino-kun too? Something came to me when I was in bed thinking about this. If things keep going down this path, is it even wise to keep this office up and running? It's not how I want to think about it, though.
Huh?
One of my own gets murdered, and I respond by lying in bed whimpering about it? Not happening.
Let's go, Genda. Let's
If you
go.
don't have the will to fight, you're never gonna last in this town. Every single person in Kamurocho is pursuing a dream, trying to claw their way forward, bit by bit. If you don't want to get your ass chewed up and spat out, you gotta keep fighting, even if you have to fake it.
Let's
If
go.
I can't fight after what happened to Shintani, I might as well just close up shop. Yagami, you're serious about this, aren't you? You really want to avenge Shintani?
Yes.
Good. In that case, Hoshino-kun is at your disposal.
Wow, the blessing.
I'll eat the cost till this murder is solved. We're gonna find Shintani's killer, no matter what. Until we do, I'll pitch in however I can. You just say the word.
Thank you, Genda-sensei.
One condition, though. No more victims. After everything that's already happened, I can't afford to lose anyone else.
We'll be careful. As for the next step in our investigation, I'm gonna need a little help from Saori-san.
Saori-kun?
Here we go.
Good, aren't they? By the way, there's something I need to ask you.
Absolutely not.
Come on, Saori-san. You ate all that mochi, didn't you?
Those were a trap. I don't approve of such trickery.
Come on. Could be fun being a hostess for a day. Though what that club owner sees in you is beyond.
Okay, Genda, you don't need to shoot her down like that. We're trying to
It'll be
boost
fine,
her up for
Saori-san.
this.
We're not asking you to be their #1 girl.
No.
If we got you a new dress, you'd look the part. It'll be one of those extreme makeovers.
No.
Maybe this is a lost cause.
What about that mochi? I'll get you some more if you do it.
No.
I don't think she's gonna budge, Yagami.
Guess not. I don't even know if the manager was that serious anyway.
What do you mean, not that serious?
What?
What do you see when you look at Saori-san, huh?
No, it's not that. She's just clearly not into the idea.
Why would she be with the way you're approaching it? Talking about how she doesn't have to be the #1 girl or giving her a makeover. If you'd look a little closer, maybe you'd understand.
God, he's simping real hard.
Saori-san could be the best hostess in this whole damn town if she wanted to.
Let's go, Hoshino.
Isn't that right, Saori?
Lay your heart out.
If you really believe that, I guess I could give it a try.
Yeah.
What?
I'll do it. I'll be Kamurocho's #1 hostess.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, you can pick out a dress, Yagami-san. And she'll need a haircut.
Oh, we're actually dressing her up.
Shelling out for this, do you?
No, it's fine, but I have to pick the dress?
Don't worry. There's a shop around here that caters exclusively to hostesses looking for outfits. You can't go wrong.
How
at a place
Hoshino?
like
How do you know
How's
this?
she gonna be the best if she goes to the same store as all the other girls?
The primary goal here is finding out what Hoshiki and Shona were talking about.
Yeah.
I thought we were making you the #1
Then
hostess.
stop complaining. Becoming the best will just happen naturally.
Damn.
Let's go, Yagami-san. We have a dress to buy.
See, I knew you had it in you.
That worked out just
You just had to believe in the girl. You just had to believe in
I'm
her.
afraid of what'll happen if things don't go well at the club.
I'm sure it'll go great. Knowing Saori-san, how could it not?
So the Hoshino Saori ship has officially sailed for me. Very much into that. Very much in support of it. Let's buy a dress!
Yagami-san,
Oh.
the go-to place for Saori-san's dress is La Marche.
Oh
over on
fuck,
Showa
it's La Marche.
That's where all the hostesses and
It's so
Kamurocho buy their
expensive
clothes.
there.
And why do you know that exactly?
A good number of our clients happen to be cabaret girls. Anyway, send me a picture. Pick the dress out. I'll recommend a good stylist based on what you go with.
It feels like this really ought to be you doing this.
It should be. You know, Hoshino can have a little date night and they're like looking for dresses and shit.
I'm ready, Yagami-san.
Yep, let's do it. We should start with the dress.
Is she gonna run with me? Oh, she is. Alright. La Marche is so far down though. I guess we're gonna have to go through a couple of fights. Anyway. Let's go, Saori. Sprint, girl. Is she still following? Yep, she's still here. We're good. We good. We making it. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, just run away, Saori, please. Stay safe. Oh, 10,000! Nice. Let me see if this works. Nah, fuck it. Alright, sorry, let's go. Hey, Mang, we're back.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the
Afternoon? It's evening!
Hey, we're looking for a dress. Specifically one for a club called Queen Rouge. Any recommendations?
But of course, sir. Now then, our dresses are right this way.
We can actually choose. Oh, it's the OG. A dress is said to have been worn by a legendary Osaka hostess. There's something awe-inspiring about this dress, but it's hard to point out what. This is Yuki's dress. From Zero. Elegant chic. Bare shoulder. What's her vibe? I don't think the stars fits her well. The nightgown looking thing, the modern thing doesn't really work. Business isn't bad either. Honestly, the first dress is not a bad choice. I think we like that. That's a good one. I think she's more of a headband girl. Definitely keep the glasses. That's most of your character. God, do they have anything more low-key? Do they have anything gold that isn't fucking gross? Or maybe a silver thing. Match it a bit more. I don't know. think yellow's too much. Oh, I like the flower. Cute. Maybe there's another dress to wear, though. No. No, I like it. The backless is nice. Hell yeah. I wonder they have the Hostess minigame here. I mean, they had it in Fist of the North Star. Why not here?
How's it going in there, Sari-san? Almost done?
Hold on a second. I don't usually dress like this.
You know, it almost feels like we're on
Dog, you have Mafiu. Stop it.
You won't be happy about
Yeah, exactly.
Sari-san, you've known Mafuyu since you were a kid, right?
Yes, we were close in our early teens, but then we grew distant and didn't reconnect until law school.
Right, I remember now.
Mafuyu's family was wealthy, so she knew how to socialize, whereas I preferred to keep to myself. My classmates often bullied me. But whenever anything got too bad, Mafuyu was always there to protect me. Even then, she wanted to be a prosecutor. She didn't know it at the time, but I really respected her.
Is that why you decided to go into law?
Yes. At first, I wanted to be a prosecutor too. But ultimately, protecting the weak fits my personality better than punishing evil. Sorry, Yagami-san. I'm not normally this talkative.
I'm glad you are.
Everyone has a story to tell.
Speaking of which, Mafuyu looked up to someone too.
Hmm?
When she was just a young girl, she and her mother were victims of a hit and run.
Yeah, she told me about that. Her mother threw herself in front of Mafuyu, but ended up unstable and unconscious for a while afterward.
Yes, they ultimately caught the culprit, but Mafuyu's mother was still comatose at the time of the trial. With how young Mafuyu was at the time, it was difficult for her to explain to the police what happened. But the prosecutor was very patient, investigating every last detail of how the accident happened.
Wow.
He fought for justice in place of a victim who couldn't fight for herself.
Is it Genda?
In fact, that may have been Mafuyu's first love.
Huh? The prosecutor?
He's Mafuyu's boss now. Morita-san.
What? Why would you say this?
Crazy. Never expected she'd be into older men.
Do you remember when I first introduced you to Yagami-san? We were all drinking together at Tender. That was the day Morita-san had married another woman. So, I wanted Mafuyu to meet someone better. That's why I invited you.
Huh, now that you mention it, she did seem kind of down that night.
Does it surprise you?
Trouble sleeping tonight.
Nah, it's fine. Mafuyu's basically
Oh no! No! I didn't want to do that!
I don't think of her like that. I mean, we were raised in a totally different...
Sorry, I get it.
Oh no! Ah, where's my autosave at? Fuck this shit. No. No, I didn't mean... No, I want the Yagami Mafuyu train to keep going. Fuck that noise. If that was a decision made that would sway the game, I don't... Even if it wasn't a decision made to sway the game. No. We're letting the ship happen. Okay? Hoshino needs to go and have relations with Sayori, and Mafuyu needs to go with Yagami. But unless they really, that's at least with what's been laid out in the plot. God damn it. Please let it be after the fight. Limelight. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay to run back down. That's okay. Thank God for autosaves. Yeah, we're not gonna say like you say already. We're not gonna say no. We're gonna say it's because of thing. What an amateur move.
Yagami-san, the go-to place for
Yep. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Hoshino. I appreciate it, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll take it. Is this? We're taking a taxi. Vroom. Vroom, vroom. Okay, here we go. We know the dress as well, so we're fine.
Hey, look now.
Tiara. Glasses. We went for the silver. Just do the nails, cause why not? The rose. The watch. We added the flower, and then we did raise the wearer spirits. But we can't do the thing here, so that's done. Easy. Now we can go back and make the decision. Yeah, I mean, why can't you just accept your feelings, dog?
How's it going?
Hold on.
You know.
Mafia.
Sorry, son.
Yes.
Right.
Mafia's. Whereas I. But when even that she didn't know.
Is that why you?
Yes. But ultimately, sorry.
Everyone.
Speaking.
Hmm?
When she was.
Yeah. Her mother.
Yes. With how you. But the process.
Wow.
He fought. In fact.
Huh?
He's Mafia's.
Huh? That's pretty cool.
Do you remember that was so?
Huh, no. Not sure I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight.
I'm glad I told you.
Woo! Okay, we're good.
Kidding.
Seriously though, meeting you helped Mafia realize the difference between love and admiration. She thought your bad boy act was cute, by the way.
Bad boy.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm done changing.
Hmm?
Oh, you gorgeous.
Huh. Not bad.
You think?
Oh, hold on. Let me get a picture.
Huh?
Well, explain the picture first.
Photos without an individual's permission is.
Sorry. Hoshino-kun asked me to do it. Said he wants to figure out the best makeup for your dress.
Huh.
And speak of the devil.
You know, if Hoshino-kun was like secretly gay, that's also not the worst thing. But he's definitely in love. He's so in love with her.
Man, this is incredible. I should have tagged along after all.
So, which salon should we go to?
Oh, right. There's a place called Cherry, also on Showa Street. They do top-notch work. It's not far either.
Got it. Thanks.
Wait, are you just gonna walk in this dress? We're gonna make her walk? No, we need at least a taxi. Oh, it's okay. It's really not that far. So not an actual shop, but for the purpose of the story, it is.
Welcome, sir. What can we do for you today?
Yeah, legit, not an actual shop, like at all. Alright, let's do up your hair. That's not bad. I like want to still make use of the scruffy. You know, I don't want to like shorten her hair. Maybe the glasses were not a good idea. Let's go with the bun. Let's keep her natural hair color. Her thing is fine. Let's do the wing. Now her natural eyes will keep. Do we want blush? All these lipstick colors are like way too strong. Maybe the orange? Nah, we'll just go her natural lips. Hopefully thing is okay with it. We'll see.
Whoa. You look better than I expected.
I'd rather you didn't stare like that.
Sorry. Anyway, let's head to the Queen Rouge.
Wait, we're playing as Sayori? Are we gonna take a taxi?
Hey, smile for me, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Whoa, she's a knockout.
I'll knock you out.
Oh, no, I meant a dress. Just a dress.
Oh, we're really walking all the way.
Hey, girl! Yo, what club you work for, huh? You got a gig tonight, babe? We'll pay you double.
Hey, where's she work? That's where I want to be.
Huh? Well,
So I don't know what the game was trying to do there by saying, oh, she looks pretty and people are looking at her now. Or if they're trying to make the player feel what it felt like catcalling.
Yes, come right in, sir. Thank you for choosing us yet again. Oh, it's you. Where's the girl? You're gonna bring her, yeah?
How soon can she start work?
Tonight, long as there aren't any problems. Girl's got potential, but we'll see whether or not she's got what it takes to...
We could have made the worst absolute dress in the world. Or the worst combination in the world.
Holy shit.
I'm glad we kept the glasses now, actually.
Shirosaki-san.
You have the job. You're like a freaking angel. Come work for us, please.
I'm Shirosaki. Nice to meet you.
I think she's still kind of nervous, but she'll warm up soon enough.
No, she's perfect. I'm loving that. I don't care.
Huh?
I've never really entertained anyone before, but...
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Looks like that. Who needs experience? Let's get you situated. Right this way, beautiful.
This is the first and last time, Yagami-san.
know. We just have to figure out what Hashki and Shona were talking about. The hostess they were with should know.
Okay, I'll track her down somehow. I'll call you once I do.
Sorry, son, was it? Follow me.
So do we get membership, or is it only Saori-san that can stay inside?
Now, you said you don't have much experience. But honestly, you seem okay to me. Your responses have been spot on.
Do you mean that?
See, that humility is key. Young girls like you are way too casual nowadays.
I'm not even that young.
We're on the high end of Kamurocho clubs, you see. Naturally, our customers are of a higher status as well. Executives from massive corporations will come here to entertain guests, or celebrities will come to throw parties. Given their social standing, it's important to be as polite as possible. Understand?
Yes. Other than that, is there anything in particular I should be aware of?
Number one is try to stay engaged, no matter what. Act like you're having fun, and toss out tons of compliments.
So I should kill them with kindness.
And once they drain their glass, get them to order another. Ask for one for yourself, too.
You're saying I need to beg?
Oh yeah, these guys will do anything you want. You just ask nice and rub up on them.
I'm not doing that.
Either way, you're not going to be the only girl at the table. Just do it like the other hostesses do. That's how everyone learns coming in.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm not really here to score brownie points as a hostess. This is still an investigation. I can't believe we're actually just playing as her. That's so cool. I have to find the girl who was with Hashki without blowing my cover. It may not be easy, but I can do this. If they need this info, then I'll get it.
Okay, it's almost time for opening.
Man, we need to be buying her desserts every week. Every week you need to be buying dessert for her. She's doing a lot with this.
Hi, I'm Sumi Ray. Hiya, I'm Mika.
My name is Sayori.
Please, call me Saori, sir.
Oh, what a beautiful, elegant woman. Come, take a seat.
If it's all right with you, sir.
Shit, we have to choose the right things.
And so, as the young blood in the company, I was called on to make a sacrifice for the greater good.
A sacrifice? They're working you to the bone. It's a shame how much some places impose on their workers.
I suppose every industry has its share of problems. She's totally checked out. Not that I blame her. I'm not especially interested in this sob story either.
But you'll persevere in the end. I just know it.
Oh, you can tell?
Of course. I get the feeling you're super reliable, like you'll do whatever needs to be done.
She's just making things up.
A feeling, huh? That just means you don't know for sure.
No. She can see how valuable I really am. Now she just has to convince my boss.
Lol. I suppose anything goes so long as it's a compliment. Maybe I can do this.
Sorry to interrupt the fun. You've been requested by another customer, Saori-san.
Apologies. You'll have to excuse me.
Right, now we have to carry the table.
Well, that's how the professional world is. If you want to climb the ladder, you have to be persistent.
Yes, precisely. Have you ever experienced something like that?
Huh?
She needs help. Mika's struggling. Now that's asking too much? No.
Have I mentioned how much I
Miss? Oh my god.
This old thing? I bought it on a whim while I was in Italy for business.
I thought I helped her out.
You have
Damn.
great fashion sense. Not many Japanese men could pull off that look.
So true. I can't look away.
Wow, I didn't realize you had such a good eye. Maybe I'll check that brand out myself someday.
Just warning you, they're not cheap.
I got you though. You gotta back up your team. You gotta back up your team, you know? Back up your girls. Those businessmen finally went home. I was so focused on talking to them that I couldn't focus on the investigation.
I'm so sorry about that. You were covering for me that whole time.
Don't worry about it. I'm used to paying attention to my surroundings.
You really have what it takes, Saori-san. Way more than me.
You're alright.
I don't know. You seem to be far better adjusted. How long have you been working here?
Maybe 6 months? At least I'm better now than I was back then. I was the worst girl in the club, without a doubt. One time, a customer even yelled at me.
Still, no.
I remember it like it was yesterday, and I'm always so scared that it'll happen again.
It's okay. We all have down days at work every so often.
About that customer? Well, after he left the club that day...
Oh my god, she's literally just spilling the beans.
You probably heard about it when it happened. He got drunk, got in a fight, and then died from his injuries.
That's way too
He was apparently pretty
perfect.
important, too. Involved in researching this new drug called AD9.
Oh, it's Hashiki, but like...
You mean Hoshiki-san from the ADDC?
Yeah, that's the guy. You knew him?
The case was all over the news, yes. I read quite a lot about his death.
I poured the drinks Hoshiki-san got drunk off of. And it was my carelessness that made him upset. I can't help it.
Okay, it's not your fault though. It's not your fault. So Mika-san was the one surfing Hashiki-san.
My sales numbers aren't so good either. I'm kind of worried that they're gonna fire me. I know I should do more to boost my numbers, but I always think back to Hoshiki-san.
About that, Mika-san.
Mika-san, Saori-san, you've got a customer.
Be right there! Sorry. That got kinda dark, huh?
She can tell us the events of that night. It scarred her. It didn't sound like a very good experience for her, though. I could upset her more if I cried too much.
Saori-san, you good?
Oh, sorry. I'm heading over now.
Need to make her trust me somehow. Alright, so we gotta back her up tonight, big time. His glass is empty. Urge him to give Mika a sign.
You're running low. How about another drink?
Huh? Well, that's not a bad idea. Let me see here.
Whew, it worked.
Why don't you splurge on something fancy?
I wish I could, but the wallet's kind of light this month.
Aw, really?
This is my chance to step in. Let's get close to him.
Hey, don't be like that. You're here to have fun, aren't you?
She's right. Though I can think of something even more fun than this.
All right. Give me your finest booze.
Yay! You're the best! Fresh bottle coming right up!
It's all for the case. It's all for the case. There's like a part of me that wants to believe that Sayori enjoys this. Like,
You're incredible, Saori-san!
I don't know.
I've never seen numbers that high before.
Don't thank me. That was all you, Mika-san.
Hey, let's go grab some drinks. My treat. I want to pay you back for tonight.
I couldn't. Actually, I know just the spot. Wanna go there? I can't wait to learn more about you, Mika-san.
Totally down. We just gotta hang in till our shift's over.
Do we have to do another one?
Hello, Yagami-san?
Hey, any luck?
Yes. I made friends with the girl who served Hoshiki 6 months ago.
She's doing so
We're gonna
well.
bounce and go to tender in a few.
say bounce.
Forget that.
At my office. A lot happened after I dropped you off at the club.
Care to elaborate?
Well, maybe later.
This is the first and last time, Yagami-san.
I know. I just have to figure out what Hashki's showing.
Oh, now we're doing the Yagami side.
With should know.
Okay, I'll track her down somehow. I'll call you once I do.
Hello? Hoshino-kun? Sari-san made it in, thanks to you. Got a job at the Queen Rouge and everything.
Great. I knew her beauty was nothing to sneeze at. Thanks for taking her around, Yagami-san. By the way, what's the plan for tonight?
We wait for Sari-san to call us. Not much to do, but wait till then. I'm gonna go kill time around town.
Be careful out there.
Yeah, will do.
I guess I'll wander a bit. And this is our call to end it for tonight. Very good. So I feel like we're going to finish up Chapter 7 in the next stream. Not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Gonna aim for Wednesday again, and then hopefully Friday we might be able to stream. I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna aim for Wednesday. Maybe an earlier stream tomorrow. We'll see. But that's pretty much 3 hours. Thank you for everyone who came by today. Appreciate it. Let's see if someone's... Nope, we're not answering that. We saved already as well, so we're good. Let's see if anyone is available to raid. And while I look, I want to say thank you to... Yeah, I'm still about for the follow. Jojo for the hydrate, Nerd Magics for the follow, Jojo for the posture check, I had Cheeseballs and Kawhi Leonard for the follow, Latte295 for the follow. Thank you very much to Colorfully Minded for the raid. Do appreciate y'all coming by and y'all hanging around. Hopefully everything's been chill and you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully to see you guys again next time as well, whenever I'm doing tarot, maybe just playing more games. And Jojo again for the hydrate. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Let's see. Adora is streaming. We can always pop by her stream. We can go through Aussie DevFro stream. See how he's going. Now we'll go to Adora. She's currently playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland. So that should be all good, all chill. Let me set this up as well. Alright, hopefully you guys can join me for the raid. You don't have to stay if you can't. Obviously, if you need to go to bed or go do something else, you're more than happy to. Thank you again for hanging out at my stream. But I do say you should hang out at Adora's as well. She's got a nice little community there. I'll see you guys again next time. I'm not going to promise any dates. I'm going to try for Wednesday, but we're going to see. Get to sort out my schedule again one time, because life is pretty hectic at the moment. But I'm going to try stream at least 8 times this month. So we'll give it a go. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.